herO, Bunny, RagnaroK, GuMiho, Solar. Round of 10, Group A.
2022 Hot 6 GSL Season 3.
All right, guys, we are back, and we have probably the most important match of the day right now. herO's who's in third place against GuMiho is in first place. That is what is coming up. Or I guess GuMiho's technically in second because RagnaroK just won. But this is where either GuMiho like super secures himself going forward, or herO really distances himself from fourth place.
Yeah.
Solar's screwed. It doesn't matter what he does. Like literally, if he 2-0s, it's not enough to catch up to Bunny, so he's out.
-5 map score is not where you want to be.
Yeah,
but
it's too terrible. But
this
no,
match,
yeah,
it matters a lot. Both these guys have a lot on the line.
Yeah,
especially with GuMiho and RagnaroK in kind of a dead heat for first place right now, and herO right on the precipice there.
Yeah.
I mean, you know he wants to get top 2 in this group. You do not want to advance in third to the round of 6.
Hey, well, don't forget, if one of these guys does poorly, if one of these guys goes 0-2 and Bunny does really well today, Bunny will make it.
That's true.
Like so there is a lot on the line. One thing I do want to mention is GuMiho, just historically and like looking stylistically at him, the way he plays is always like pretty good against Zerg, pretty good against Terran, but not good against Protoss. Like I mean, against Protoss, it's incredibly hard to do things like mech or battle cruisers or any of this kind of off stuff that he likes. It's never actually been that strong in StarCraft 2, especially against Protosses like herO, who are ready, willing, and able to kill you instantaneously if you have one tank out of position. So I think it's unlikely that he'll go mech or anything. I want him to more than I want to breathe air.
Of course you do.
But, you know, this is, I think, by far the hardest match in the group for GuMiho.
Oh, for sure. I mean, herO is just rock solid. He's the reigning GSL champ. Best Protoss in the world right now, I would say. And
oh, without a doubt.
GuMiho, as you said, that's kind of a stylistic mismatch because he relies a lot on kind of fooling his opponents. I mean, we even saw against Bunny, he opened like proxy battle cruiser and a TVT. I mean, it didn't work, but he's got those cards up his sleeve, and like you're doing that against like a Protoss player like herO, who's like the master of tricks, the king of the fools.
It's King of the Fools. I love it.
All right,
the fools being Protoss players. Of course.
Exactly. Day to see herO versus GuMiho. A lot on the line.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming, herO. Storm Gaming, GuMiho.
All right, so want to lay this out real quick. You and I were actually talking specifically about Data C before the matches today, and about how the map is like, it's very, very, very big. It's very, very far across. A lot of people are saying very Terran map pool this season. Not this map. Not this map. I think that this one is a tough one for any Terran to beat a good Protoss on, because just travel distances, right, going across that map to all these different bases and everything. Sure, you can get those 4 bases pretty quickly as Terran and all that, but like, I see this is a tough map for TVP, and
right there with you.
But yeah, I guess we'll see what GuMiho does. I think if he's gonna do something crazy like mech or battlecruiser or something, this is probably the map for it.
This is a really interesting build by herO, by the way. He actually is opening double gas. Gateway starting as Zealot.
Nothing out in the map, no probe, right? So a lot of times you see a build like this and it's like a proxy Stargate or something. Nope. Whatever it is going to be in his main base.
Huh.
Which, I mean, you would imagine is going to be a Stargate, right? Like,
you would think so. He's going to go for the Nexus now, but this is going to be really fast tech, whatever it is.
Oh. Okay.
There's a lot of different ways you can play this.
No,
could be some like
that.
super fast Dark Shrine. It could be a Stargate. It could be a Robo. I think Robo is probably the least likely of the options, but we've been surprised before. So we'll see what it ends up being. And Here, now actually sending a probe to the bottom of the map, and it will be a Twilight Council,
Okay.
so that probe makes me think this might be Proxy Dark Shrine.
Yeah, it definitely could be. Definitely, I think that's a pretty good read, and I mean, he's already banking a fair amount of gas here, considering how quick the double geyser is. Let's see. Oh, hemming and hawing there a little bit about where to send the probe. Goes right outside the range of that watchtower.
Ooh. Second gateway going down.
I think you're right. I think it will be DT.
It's a fast second gateway as well.
Yeah.
There's no pylon here.
Oh.
If he was going Dark Shrine, you would think that he would have that already warped in.
Oh, there's the Dark Shrine, but just not down here.
Yeah.
Maybe this is just for a proxy pylon later? Right?
Yeah, it's
like
gotta
just
be.
slip it in and...
Yeah, this is going to be really, really fast Dark Templar. I mean, this is one base double gas before expand. It's about as fast as you can get it.
Yeah. All right. Well, kind of a cool opener here from here. I'm honestly I'm a little bit surprised he's doing this, just because the map itself is, I feel like, is one that he can just go into a macro game very comfortably on, because it is a big travel distance for GuMiho to kill off bases and whatnot. But I guess we'll see.
Notably, neither player scouted the other at all. GuMiho went, I think, for a quick proxy scout over here at this third base a while ago, and herO, I mean, all he's seen is that proxy pylon. That's as far as he's gotten on the map. So
That is kind of funny, isn't it? It's
Link also being researched here for herO.
What's that shield battery doing right there?
I think he's just trying to maybe cover for every eventuality. Like if there's some kind of Hellion drop or something like that, maybe he wants a battery in his main base.
It's like a funny spot, though. It looks almost like it's trying to reach that pylon or something. I don't know, man.
It is oddly placed. You would expect it maybe to be in the mineral line or something like that, but
Definitely different. Oh, God, a Raven's on the way, man. That is, that's really fortunate here for GuMiho. He is making an eBay. It's a full wall, so DT literally has to start attacking. So he's going to know it's there. He can go up, repair, and the Raven's going to be out. This is a great opener for GuMiho.
Yeah,
this, he has to be happy about this.
GuMiho's going to be really happy with this. RagnaroK now going down for herO, and keep in mind he does have Blink Stalkers.
Why did he even scan that?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just didn't want the DTs to get into his base, but it was an interesting
like one
choice.
Marine in there. I think he just saw the Raven.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, as far as openers go, you have to give the edge to GuMiho. He's doing very well. I'm still confused by that shield battery.
It is odd, and
I almost feel like that was supposed to be a pylon or something. I don't know.
one siege tank now out for GuMiho before switching the add-ons. And the Raven's going across map now that the engineering bay is done, and there's a turret at the natural. And it will be an Archon drop here for herO.
Yeah, we've seen that a little bit as a DT follow-up. I don't mind it.
Oh, it's good. It gets value where there was pretty much none before.
Yeah. We'll see if he starts pumping out Immortals here as well, or if he wants to go Disruptor. I think he has to go. I would like to see an Immortal first, but I think he has to start making some Robo units. I think it's really important here.
Oh, he can drop that right on the medevac. It's a lot of damage coming in. Just kind of shuffling these Archons, and the Widowmines have to drop out. Does take one shot with the Prism.
God. Okay, now fly it back to that shield battery in the middle of your base, bro. This is your moment to make that battery look really smart.
I was gonna say he could also absorb a shot with the Archon and just go in, recharge his shields, get back on the map. But he's just catching everything with his Prism.
Dude,
that's a lot of
drop
damage.
your turret. Target the Prism.
He gets it.
See, that was so obvious. What a weird game this one is.
Yeah,
Without
really
a Raven has sniped the shuttle.
Unique start to this one. Third CC now going for GuMiho. He's on 2 racks, 1 factory, 1 starport.
Third Nexus is up. The Immortal is being made. I really like, anytime you open DT, I really like Immortal as a follow-up here, just to add that beef to your army that you're kind of missing from all that tech.
Yeah, it's really scary. Investing all of your gas into something that's not really going to pack any punch into straight-up fight.
Yeah, and just the health of your army, the size of your army is so much smaller in these situations. So I love that even the double Immortal now. I love it. Consistent Immortal production is going to be awesome. And I mean, I think it's fine to go into Disruptor too if he wants. I guess it's more of a personal preference.
Yeah, I kind of want to see the production tab right now. I'm curious exactly where herO is going with this.
I think he's just making a stable army, right? Like, look at this. He's got double Archon, 4 Sentry. He's getting some Immortals. This is the type of army where you're like, okay, I'm not going to die right now. I can't do much, but I'm not going to die.
Yeah. 4 Sentries with this army really helps a lot, especially there only being 1 tank. Not a lot of danger. I mean, even the armor shred going down, GuMiho can't exactly engage that because any army that he shows is just going to get segmented off, and the Blink Stalkers can pick up the Medivacs as well. This angle a little bit better here for GuMiho. A little
really
bit
wants
wider.
that armor shred to go in.
Oh, this is huge.
Yeah. Oh my God. That is a couple big mine hits right there.
Yeah, a little bit fortunate there for herO. One of the mines only got 1 probe, and actually he's okay. He does spot the drop here at the natural.
That would have been pretty big.
Actually got the probe in the assimilator, so nothing going down there.
All right, zooming back in with the last mine. Not going to be able to do much there.
A nice little pick.
Okay, GuMiho needs to pull back with this tiny army. It's like, I liked what he was doing before, but I think it's time for him to back up a little bit here.
Still pure Stalker Sentry Immortal for herO. No Zealots mixed in at all yet, which is a little bit surprising to me. Charge now done.
You know, I gotta say, like, I like overall the way that herO's approaching getting back into a decent position in this game.
Yeah, it's very stable. I mean, the 4 Sentries, you saw it. It makes it very difficult for GuMiho to really come in unless his army was going to be more siege tank focused. But
yeah, I think any game in which herO wins here has to go pretty long from here, but no issue. You know, he tried to get the quick win, and now he has to kind of grind it out if he wants it. Yeah. That is 4 Immortals right there, man.
It's a lot of
Holy
Immortals.
crap.
The shield battery actually coming into effect right here on this ramp. Overcharge going down as well, and right now herO out of force field energy. All the sentries are on the left side, and the Immortals just get sniped right under the natural expansion. He's going to blink in from the main to try and cover this, and he will eventually clean this up, but that's a lot of critical units going down for the Protoss.
Yeah,
3 Immortals and every sentry fell.
Yeah. Quite a few Stalkers going down. A couple Medivacs and the Raven going to make it out. Definitely better for GuMiho after that. Like you said, reducing those key units. That is a very strong way to play against this type of Protoss that we're looking at, right? Like if it's a more gateway man-centric army where it's just like Stalkers, you know, Zealot all over the place, all game, staying aggressive, taking a lot of bases, that's one thing. But when they have all these valuable units and you kill them basically all off except for 1, fantastic. GuMiho's going to go home, he's going to recharge his army, and his army is going to look exactly like it looked a moment ago, whereas herO's is not.
Yeah, herO is really banking on the Disruptors getting big hits now, and it's going to be tough with such a small gateway force to accompany them. Only 11 Stalkers and 2 Immortals on the field, those 6 Zealots poised for a run by. And these Disruptors are everything to herO right now. This is pretty much the only thing that's keeping him in this game, keeping GuMiho from just running over him with his overpowering army.
Well, you know, as the wonderful M. Canning always says, all you need is a Disruptor and a dream, right? That's, it's quite true, too,
Actually,
right?
double Colossus production and Blink DTs coming in from herO. I was thinking he was really going to leverage the Disruptor, but taking a 4th base and going into 2 Colossus.
You know what? If you're, like, if he has 2-3 Disruptors and he has the batteries, he only has 2. Wow, it's a little bit low, but
yeah.
The one thing I like is if you're gonna turtle heavily on this 4 base layout, the Colossus are gonna give you more consistent damage at least, right? Like, I still like Colossus. I know Disruptors are like all the rage, but
it's a really good hit right there. 2 Marauders going down. Second one does whiff, but with 3 force fields, GuMiho would be hard pressed to take an engagement up that ramp, and so far so good for herO.
That's kind of cool, by the way, that he has remade the 3 sentries. We don't see that much right now in PvT. No, it's like you have a sentry or 2 early on, but the fact that he had 4 lost and then made 3 more is cool. All right, a little bit of an engage here.
And GuMiho kiting back now. Did get a good number of Stalkers as herO had a little bit of an unfortunate blink forward. GuMiho now segmenting some of his army off to the north side, looking to find some damage on that front. herO catching some of these units here in the middle of the map.
Yeah, coming down, continuing to create those Colossus, going back into Disruptors as well. Thermal Lance almost done, +2 armor almost done. Also, +3 attack on the way here for GuMiho, who is on the 4 bases now.
This Protoss army is looking really scary in a straight-up fight, I gotta say.
You know, more
Stalker is spinning, man.
Okay, so more recently, like this year, I feel like Terrans have really transcended how to battle these types of Protoss armies. Like if you look at some of the games that we've had this year with like Maru and Ryung, for instance, the way that they're spreading and stimming, and Bunny as well, he's shown a lot of them. I haven't seen it from GuMiho yet, and I just wonder, is he going to be able to do those same type of engagements against this?
Certainly a good start to this engagement right now, as these armies for Terran work really well in small numbers, but not if Disruptors get big hits, but they get sniped down. Great control there by GuMiho, sniping the Disruptors, and now the Southern Army able to focus down this Nexus, getting a ton of damage in. herO kind of scrambling to try and defend both fronts, doing a good job of it, but man, more critical units going down for herO, and GuMiho's army supply is ballooning right now as he adds ghosts into the mix.
Yeah, I love it. Look at that, 5 ghosts. Awesome. A bunch of DTs being made now. We'll see what he's able to do with these. He does have that blink upgrade. Don't forget, they did get that nerf in that last patch where it takes a little bit longer for the attack, but we'll see what the DTs are going to be able to get done. Seems like GuMiho is on their tail very quickly here. Oh,
yeah, GuMiho
man.
wants these dead.
Yeah.
He is out for blood.
With blink, no, look at that flank. I love it.
He's going to get out of there. Look at that. Well, I say that and they run back to the front. There you go.
It was a good save. It was a good save. I mean, that's an expensive group of units there, too. GuMiho right now is taking his 5th base, so he is staying ahead in this regard. He's got a really scary, really awesome army, a fantastic economy. His upgrades out of control. Look at this. +3 attack is about to finish.
Yeah, +3 armor is not very far behind, too. And I love this attack here by GuMiho. This Nexus is going down no matter what. herO's going to have to go back to defend. And right now, 3 base against the 5 of GuMiho. He's finding no counter damage on GuMiho's side of the map, and he might be able to clean up a good chunk of this army, but at what cost? Is GuMiho's going to lift up, and almost all of these units are going to get out of there.
Yeah, most of his medevacs here in this main base right now. Let's see what he gets done, if that shield battery's finally going to help something. It looks like herO is getting up here to, look at that, the overcharge. Finally, he knew this moment would come sooner or later.
10 minutes ahead, yeah.
A little bit early for it, but it works out. That overcharge really helping him. And look at this, herO picks off that 5th base location as well, but another counterattack coming in from GuMiho.
GuMiho's so good at just breaking off sections of his army to come get counter damage. And right now, herO is just on the 2 bases. He's effectively all in. He has to make something happen with what he has on the field right now, because not only is he losing bases, but 21 probes going down, 25, 29. The number just gets bigger and bigger, and 138 supplied to the 180 nearly of GuMiho is, yeah, he will be able to clean up this army, but GuMiho is everywhere right now, even in the main base of herO.
You know, a great game from GuMiho, no doubt, but let's be fair, herO kind of did it to himself with his very aggressive play, I guess, of the DT opener, getting double gas and Cybernetics core before taking an expansion or anything like that. The DTs didn't work, the Archon harassment didn't work.
The one thing to note, though, is that I don't think GuMiho's army beats herO's in a straight-up fight.
Yeah.
The army supply is really good right now for herO, and this army has a lot of punch.
Okay.
So we're going to go almost perhaps full base trade, as GuMiho has a lot more units going on to herO's side of the map.
I have a hard time believing herO can still win, but he does have like 5 disruptors in there, so maybe you're right about that. That would be kind of wild if he ends up taking it here. But look at this army coming in. Like, herO's definitely losing everything.
Yeah, I think the best he can hope for is a draw, because there's no way that he can kill any flying buildings, but...
Well, he has some bank. Oh, 0 workers.
Yeah,
You're right.
0 workers.
Yeah, GuMiho can at least force a draw. I'm sure that, like, this bottom left corner, you can float a building and not get hit by a stalker. So that's going to be minimum there.
But there's no recalls out on the map for herO.
Yeah.
Even if he had a DT, which he doesn't, there's ghosts on the field for EMP to reveal them.
Yeah.
I think he's just going to slowly bleed out units, because there's no way he can be both on GuMiho's side of the map and defending his last structures on home. There's no probes to build any structures in GuMiho's base.
Yeah. No, I think that's basically it, as you say. There are stalkers as well as disruptors coming across the map, so I guess we're going to see what he can do with that. Yeah, GuMiho actually hasn't technically flown a building to a corner yet. He does have some floating around the map.
These have to be like the best disruptor shots of all time to make anything work, and that's going to be it.
Yeah, that's rough. GG.
What an interesting game.
Yeah, it was a cool one. Like, I was actually kind of taken aback when herO almost made something of it in the late game there. Maybe maybe if he had brought a probe with him. How funny is that? It's not something you normally think to do. You're like, well, I better bring a probe in case this goes crazy. Because he did have a bit of bank there. But GuMiho winning map 1, I mean, as one of the group leaders right now, has to be feeling it. Fantastic.
Yeah, if he wins this next map, if he wins this series, he's in prime position to just take on RagnaroK and secure that number 1 spot, or at the very least number 2 in the group.
That's huge. That's huge. I mean, round of 6, round of 4. That's big moment here for GuMiho.
Yeah, you know, Bunny's watching this too, hoping that GuMiho does win this one out so he can actually come over and overtake herO. There is that chance.
That's right. If GuMiho 2-0s herO, that gives Bunny a much better shot.
All right, inside and out is going to be map number 2, herO versus GuMiho. Kind of an unusual game number 1 there. herO opting for the DT opening into defensive play. GuMiho sticking out to the end though with some fantastic bio play. Will he be able to close out the series? Inside and out. Let's get to it.
I can do this all day. Believe me when you hear me say I can do this all day. There's nothing I can't.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming, herO. Storm Gaming, GuMiho.
All right. You know, I feel like that was a really decent map for herO to play a more standard game on, but let's see what he chooses here on Inside and Out.
Gasless Expand.
Okay.
Against the 2-gas opening of GuMiho.
Don't see this very often, do you?
No.
It's a pretty rare.
I'm too afraid of Reapers to ever do this in any of my games, man.
Well, it might be a good read that GuMiho's not much of a Reaper guy, you know?
He certainly didn't go for one last game. He always kind of plays to the beat of his own drum, but here we go, going for a Reaper. And we'll see what damage he's able to find with this. At the very least, you think he's going to be able to get some kind of pull probes, or probe pulls, excuse me.
I feel like I haven't even seen this build in like 1,000 years, so I'm not even sure the exact timing of when the Adept is going to get out, but
it's got to be at least a little bit of a window, but yeah, we'll see. This is certainly off my radar as far as PBT openings go. Advantage is you do get that Nexus up a little bit faster than you would otherwise.
Yeah.
You're going to be a stalker. Actually, second Reaper coming out for GuMiho?
Oh.
What?
He's doing a TVT opener. You know, a Chilean Reaper, let's go.
GuMiho is really such a treat to watch all the time. I mean, he can just kind of bust out anything. No Terran really plays like him.
That is an understatement, honestly. Like, he is so wildly in his own class.
Actually,
the Stalker.
Yeah, completely off base there with the timings.
Okay, good to know.
That lines up.
But yeah, I mean, GuMiho is. I'm so happy that he's back in shape because he came back from the military. Was it 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago? I'm trying to remember. But he didn't make a splash for a while. And sometimes it takes time, right? Like, Classic almost made a splash, but hasn't yet, right? And DRG actually very quickly came back from the military and started to perform.
He's doing really well.
Yeah, he is. Like, he actually, what did he get? Like a top 4, like, in his first season back or something? It was crazy. It was crazy. But it's great to see GuMiho, rising to the challenge in this season and still utilizing his own type of style, which is, you always have to be worried about that, if someone's going to have to conform to make it work.
Especially the way that he approaches it, because not only is it like he's going for any kind of random cheese, it's always something that it feels like you haven't really seen before, like 2 Reapers in a Cyclone opening, or like a Battle Cruiser in TVT. It's just the kind of thing that pretty much nobody else tries.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Same with herO, I mean, coming back from military service as well. Like, he's been playing out of his mind, winning the GSL, first Protoss champion in I don't know how many years. And Cloak Banshee, too, for GuMiho, so...
Okay. I love that.
That is a pretty big pickoff, man.
I love that. Well, he's going Cloak Banshee,
Yeah.
and his Cyclone's out here, and he spots the Observer, and he kills it. What if he gets the next one?
We'll
What if he
even see
does
if
that?
hero's going to make a next one right now. He's got a Warp Prism on the field. He might want to make a Robo unit, too.
What if he can never go to third base because he doesn't have any mules? There it is. He gets another.
There it is.
Dude,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
kind of
cool.
nuts.
This is so cool.
Yeah, hero's going to make a third
my
one. Okay.
God.
So he's just committed
wanna-
to having one on the map, but this Cyclone is more than paid for itself already, especially with Cloak halfway done now and a Banshee on the field.
Dude, I want to be GuMiho's best friend so badly. The Reaper's going to get away. Here comes that Banshee. Still no vision across the map. There's another Observer out now. If he
Yep.
catches this Observer,
Third Observer, Immortal in production now. So if this one goes down, there will be no detection for hero. And actually, I'm looking at the minimap. I think that Observer might, in fact, be staying home. He might
That
be
might be the-
concerned
yeah.
about Cloak coming into the play. And yeah, here it is at the natural.
Yeah. Like, why are you so obsessed with killing my Observers? You know, it's pretty obvious. Okay, he comes in, and yeah, the Observer does see. He gets 4 probes.
Oh,
and-
the Reaper's in the main.
Dude. GuMiho.
He gets 2 more probes in the main base with the Reapers. That is sick.
Dude, Psystorm re-signing GuMiho is the greatest business decision in the history of esports, man. Oh, nice catch, nice catch. Oh,
Observer just out of range.
what's up, man, Cloak?
For a second, I was wondering if maybe if hero had deployed the Observer, if he would have been able to see it, but Cyclone coming in to save the day. That's Banshee's best friend.
Yeah, seriously, they are working together here.
Banshee gonna go all the way back into the main base. Wow, sick opening out of GuMiho.
He's only lost 2 Reapers, and look at that, he's killed 6 probes and 2 Observers. I love it. A couple scans were used, and GuMiho with a very solid opener here. Here comes another Banshee. I don't think it'll get too much done here. There are 3 Stalkers kind of waiting. Where's the Observer? I don't actually see it. Oh, it was in the main.
Yeah, it was
okay.
in the main. I think it's the second Observer, actually. The first one might be scouting GuMiho on the map, but
Oh, maybe.
once again, not really able to catch this Banshee either, so 2 Banshees still on the field here for GuMiho. I can tell that hero's really kind of playing on the back foot because he hasn't thrown down a third Nexus yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. The 3rd command center is almost done here for GuMiho.
Hero,
And he did like a blink, you know, robo opener with the, like he wanted to go across the map and do some pressure, pin him in his base, maybe something like that. But GuMiho's been so active with these like weird tech units. And hero is, yeah, you're right. He's definitely on the back foot the way that he's kind of just sitting his natural. He's leaving Observers at home. He has no real map presence when that is almost the name of the game for hero.
pretty considerable army he does have on the field now, though, and I'm kind of curious what the unit count is for GuMiho. I know he has 47 army supply, but he's making a lot of kind of high-tech finesse units that are good at eking out value in kind of small skirmishes, but not big fights. And hero looks like he's gearing up for a big fight right here with the War Prism at the front.
Yeah, there's actually a tank on part of the wall, so he can't put it up all the way, so that does make me a little bit nervous. I could see that really being a problem. All right, nice armor shred. Might be able to catch these. No, not quite, not quite.
Does
Sea
hero not
Shank's
have...
keeping it back. I don't...
Oh, he doesn't have Blink. I was wondering why he didn't utilize Blink there. He, in fact, only has Charge, and these Banshees getting more damage on Hero's side of the map.
Dude, GuMiho is slaughtering right
That
now.
poor
The
Stalker.
Hero's going to try to kill him, I think.
I think so, too.
Because this is, like, does he want, after what the
He's
last
going
game
back.
just looked like, does he want to try to recover from here?
Hero's going home. I really thought he was going
Right.
to commit there on the third base of GuMiho, but I guess he just figures he has to deal with these Banshees back and doesn't have the confidence in a straight-up engagement, but
But he doesn't have Blink. Like, his upgrades are not all that great. Well, no, actually, they're okay. His upgrades are fine, but...
yeah, odd choice.
Yeah, I thought he might actually just go for it, but I think those tanks on the high ground scared him away.
He is moving back towards GuMiho's expansion, though.
Well, just in time for GuMiho to double drop his main. Are you kidding me? Is GuMiho like a fortune teller or something? Like he knows everything that's going to happen, he just slaughters?
Double drop in the main, but this Protoss army is huge right now on the front. GuMiho taking a good engagement on his ramp.
Oh my god, the mines get burrowed there as well. He does get a couple good shots on that Archon, and Hero has to turn around in the meantime. at this. He's going to start picking off some tech buildings, some pylons, just about everything. The
He has to
recall to
recall.
force him out, but GuMiho can escape.
GuMiho is just playing out of his mind right now.
He's a step ahead at every moment.
herO's army at the front of GuMiho's base was definitely stronger, but GuMiho with the bunker, with 2 Widow Mines, with tanks in a defensive position, kiting back. Just beautiful positional play.
yeah.
Like, look at this, the Banshee, once again, coming in. These Banshees must have gotten like 15, 20 kills by now.
Pretty amazing.
He's gotten so much value out of all of his units. It is unbelievable.
Yeah, and like his moves are just so solid and so smart and well thought out. He's like expanding and macroing behind it as well. Like he hasn't missed a beat, man. He's up at 58 workers against 60 and 98 army supply. His armory just finished so he can get his 2-2 rolling. His mines are getting that little buff. Like everything is looking so nice for him.
Really liking his position right now, and we'll see GuMiho feeling some confidence in his main army starting to move across the map. There is a Warp Prism on the field for herO, just to the north of GuMiho's base, but right now I think he has to focus on dealing with GuMiho's main army. Warp Prism coming in with 2 Zealots, going to drop them and go into the main.
I tell you what, it's okay. He gets a decent warp in it. GuMiho's army is across the map though, and there's like no splash damage. Okay.
Yeah, GuMiho.
There's
That armor shred. That armor shred's going to be huge. Look at this bio army.
He
It's
wins.
massive.
He wins. That's it.
That's so many Widow Mines as well.
My God, look at this. The siege tanks are up here. Oh, he actually gets to snipe the tanks, so that's actually very, very nice. The mines, not all of them connecting as of yet.
Yeah, tank's just a little bit too far forward. herO sniping those was absolutely critical in that fight.
But look at this army supply difference right now. And with all these mines about to recharge, the one observer way out of position, can't even F2 it, it's in siege mode. Oh God. He might not even remember where that observer is right now. He's like, damn it, I can't get rid of these mines.
Yeah, 102 to 64 army supply. I mean, that was a good engagement there for herO, but the story is far from over. I think GuMiho, once he comes back on the map with his full army, is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
By the way, that Banshee has 11 kills and 5 health, and it's still flying around doing its job. GuMiho has the hardest working units in GSL right now.
Even these medevacs are hard pressed to get everything done. Very low energy. GuMiho going to be attacking the 4th base for herO, setting up an opening here on the 3rd as well. herO doing a good job of splitting his army, but this is going to be tough.
A couple force fields will slow it down. He has that overcharge as well, but GuMiho can kind of just wait that out for now. Backing up, going to take down these rocks.
This Banshee.
Just going to go home, get repaired, man. Why not? All right, charging in here, but the mines will start to hit. GuMiho just gaining value all over the place.
GuMiho caught out of position, focusing down these rocks. That's a great shred, but there's not enough units to actually utilize it.
Yeah, I don't think that'll end up doing too much that time at least.
Yeah, after these skirmishes, herO actually balancing the army supplies quite a bit here, 94 to 100. Closing the gap and actually taking supply lead, so herO really playing well here. Nice recovery.
He really has. He does have this other army that needs to come up to help him out, because this is mostly Stalkers and like one Immortal, which is not going to cut it. That Immortal gets picked off. A lot of the Stalkers starting to fall. The rest of the army comes up. Okay, and with that warp in, GuMiho, I think, does have to finally turn around, but definitely took a very good engagement for a while there.
It caught a little bit out of position, losing some key units, but still, 74 army to 69 right now is, I'm kind of surprised that GuMiho's army supply has dropped off quite so much. I'm not sure what was going on back at home.
Yeah.
So at one point, he was almost double herO's army supply, and then a minute or two later, after just one or two skirmishes.
I thought he was going to take it when they were battling at like that 3rd base, and he got their armor shred, and his army supply was like way higher. He was microing well and everything. But
it was like 90 to 50 or something. I thought the reinforcements were going to come in, and he would be able to go for a finishing blow, but
herO, though, very, very hard to kill this guy.
Yeah, he's fighting back, and GuMiho kind of feeling hard-pressed to get something done. Going to be going for a drop on herO's 4th base. Going to sack his 3rd in the meantime.
Okay, he is killing off quite a few SCVs and everything, but GuMiho does get that counter kill. Running up into his natural here. I don't know if you want to actually follow as herO. I'm not sure his army is actually big enough.
herO learning from the previous game, pulling a lot of probes with this one. Recognizes the situation is going to potentially go into base trade yet again.
Oh, that's crazy. That's actually such a good point with the probes coming down. And it is, in fact, that base trade. GuMiho stimming and running back, the blink up and the force field there to trap him in position, but it's mostly Stalkers attacking, so GuMiho's actually trading like okay considering.
Yeah, but the army right now for herO is looking way better than GuMiho's. There are 3 observers on the map as well, so those 7 Widow Mines are not going to be too dangerous either into a like kind of longer, prolonged exchange.
One thing to note is there is a planetary over to the side here, but with 4 Immortals, I don't think that's the biggest deal in the world.
No.
Both sides just plummeting as far as their worker counts go.
Yeah, I'm actually liking this more and more for herO. I mean, he has the probes, he has 800 minerals, he can build 2 Nexuses, he can even harvest with 29 workers on GuMiho's side of the map.
Yeah, if GuMiho had 2 ghosts, I would feel so much better for his position, and he does not, right?
He's not even going to be able to float buildings to a corner, I think. That one command center is barely going to get away.
A pylon next to the... I guess he didn't know that this was there?
Yeah, he must have queued it up.
It's the only thing I can think. Does GuMiho repair or does he run?
I think he's got to repair it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the SCVs are not going to get out of there.
What's he targeting? Dude, is he targeting probes?
I think he was.
I think he was targeting probes. I think he was trying to get rid of all the workers.
He has
and
no
maybe
floating
force a draw.
structures. He has no floating structures.
He has no floating structures?
He has nothing.
Oh,
Oh,
he
okay,
has
there are
3
these,
floating
there's 3 of
structures.
those 3. What I mean to say is there's none in the corner.
Yeah.
So everything can be reached from herO on the ground.
Yeah, herO does have probes and a little bit of money, so he's remaking a Nexus. It seems like this army is too small for GuMiho. Like that, right? I mean, you just hold position the Immortals in a line, and it's so hard to attack into.
Yeah, I feel like even in a straight-up fight, herO just takes it.
Yeah, yeah. I think he can just attack move in here and he can like blink forward and let the Immortals do their job, and he's good.
Man, what
I
an
think herO did
insane
take,
game.
I'm really surprised and impressed. I really thought, I was calling it, man. I was like, damn, GuMiho's a killer.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, GuMiho, he got so much damage early with so much value out of just a couple key units. The Banshee's got like 20 plus kills. That one Banshee had like 12 at the end. The 2 Reapers got a handful of probes. And at one point, it was like a 2-to-1 ratio of army supplies. And somehow herO still fights back and wins. I don't know how he did it.
No, I don't know. It's very Immortal based, I think. Like he was very consistent on Immortal production. He was having 4 to 6 Immortals a lot of the time here, which really helped against this very Marauder heavy army from GuMiho. GuMiho never did get a Ghost. That's another thing to mention.
Yeah.
You know, obviously those are very, very powerful as we get later into the game. An excellent game though. An excellent game and very close.
Yeah,
GuMiho completely holding his own against the champion of GSL.
Yeah. And a lot's going to come down to this final map. Keep in mind that herO really needs a win here to secure his spot in the top 3 in this group and potentially go into top 2. GuMiho looking to get that first place. A lot on the line, Artosis.
There is indeed. Let's see if herO is able to do it and upset GuMiho. Can the defending champion upset the guy that got out of the military and goes mech in most of his games?
All right, Stargazers, match number 3.
I can do this all day. Believe me when you hear me say I can do this all day. There's nothing that I can't.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming. herO. Storm Gaming. GuMiho.
Right. herO with a very fast probe on the map. Oh, cheeky.
Well, that's pretty cheesy. Okay.
I like it.
Everything on the line right now? Okay, let's proxy into his natural.
GuMiho already with a full wall, too.
Well, I would imagine, is this going to be Stargate? I feel like every time I've seen a proxy behind the natural, it's been Stargate.
I think it's got to be a gateway, right?
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
I'm
a little bit early
imagining-
for the Stargate.
I'm imagining that it's going to be like Zealots and then Stalker follow-up, but GuMiho with a full wall already?
And
Gotta
look
give
at
him the
this.
advantage, right?
Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, he's going
2
3
racks as well? You kidding
Dude,
me?
3 racks against 2 gate? Like, I mean, GuMiho with a full wall? This has to be good for GuMiho. He's
Has
just
to
going to have
be.
enough units to hold it easily.
I mean, herO can't even get anything done until the Stalker is out. Now, it is worth noting that both supply depots being on the wall means that if they go down, GuMiho might be hard-pressed to get unit production online.
He does pop the Marine out on the outside to kill the probe, which is nice.
Yeah, let's see how this plays out. He's building a tech lab, 3 racks.
Yeah, man. Very crazy one base all in here. It's a lot walking across the map.
Man, hero's gonna like go up the ramp and run into a Marauder and be like, what the hell?
Yeah, what is going on here? You're supposed to have a command center.
I love GuMiho mining out those minerals too. Concussive shell already being started.
Dude, this is hard for herO, I think. When he pops a Marauder up here, you're right. herO's just gonna like have no idea what the hell is going on.
Yeah, this is gonna be crazy. I mean,
how does each player actually recover from this spot too? Like, how do they transition? Like, do you just keep going?
I've never seen anything like this. I can't say, but yeah, herO got to be scratching his head seeing that Marauder, and Concussive Shell about to be finished too. 12 seconds away now.
Trying to utilize the range of this Marauder. Great micro from herO though. herO always been one of our best stalker microers.
And Dep coming in. herO getting great damage in, actually getting into the main.
Concussive Shell is ready.
SCV is going down as well. Concussive and a second Marauder, but the first one goes down.
At this point, I think he's got to
know.
No. Oh my god.
Wow, this is not going the way I expected.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
How did herO do that? You got to say, like...
Yeah, no, I'm surprised and...
I'm kind of shocked.
Like, I mean, he has a full wall and he's going 3 racks, so it feels like it's countering pretty hard to gate, right, like pressure.
Yeah, like it's all, everything.
I think herO's surprised that he won as well.
I think it all goes down to GuMiho just losing those Marines and the Marauders. If he just banked a couple of units and gets Concussive Shell, herO can do nothing, right? But instead he fought, the first Marauder dies, and then herO gets up the ramp, the supply depot was down.
Yeah. He killed a depot there as well. GuMiho, I think, is probably a little bit embarrassed and frustrated with himself. Yeah, man, I don't...
On paper, like that
GuMiho
everything went his way.
Yeah, on paper, I think GuMiho should win that. So that's kind of that's a little bit crazy to me because that, wow.
What an odd series, start to finish.
But I do think that this result was the worst possible thing for Bunny, if anyone was wondering. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah, herO solidifying his spot in the top 3. And we're going to be getting an interview with herO in just a moment. Curious to hear what he has on his mind after that match.
Yeah. I think he did not think he was going to win this match about halfway through game 2.
Neck and neck match, but herO takes down GuMiho, and he is currently in the top 3. So right now you're on 2 wins, 1 loss, making you a 2nd place at the moment in the group. So how do you feel after taking down GuMiho today? Well, first of all, you know, starting on the kind of wrong foot as I was 1 win and 1 loss in the first week. But you know, I try to be optimistic here. But in the games today, I was really stressed out. Because I was using the builds that I don't use frequently, but the the opponent knew what I was doing, and then I got stressed by that. But you know, at the end, I was kind of lucky, and I was able to take the win. In the last game, you guys were both using very innovative strategies. And GuMiho was using 3-Rex build in that group. So what went through your mind when GuMiho used a 3-Rex build? And what went through your mind when you encountered him? Well, in Stargazers, there are many like strategic variables available. So, you know, I try to take the initiative, and that's why I use the build. And as for the build that GuMiho used, which was the proxy build, I don't really get to see that a lot these days, so it was kind of hard to cope with. Well, the first week, you probably pondered a lot about the builds because you lost to RagnaroK in the first week. And it feels like RagnaroK is especially good at taking you down herO in GSL. And it feels like he becomes a tougher opponent as you advance round after round. I mean, it's not that I'm the weak player, it's more like RagnaroK developing as a player. He's getting stronger. If I do advance further, I want to avoid playing against RagnaroK, but I'm gonna have to try my best in the meantime. So now it's kind of gonna be like a family fight from here on. So anything you want to say before you get into the match against Bunny? I mean, we've practiced together, Bunny and I. So you know, we really hope that Bunny, RagnaroK, and I would advance together. But right now, it's not a favorable situation for us. So it's not looking good, but we want to try our best until the very end. All right, we look forward to the next match. Congratulations. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Andy. Yeah, kind of a crazy series there. herO ends up taking it, which is what I thought at the beginning, but I swear to God, after game 1 and game 2, I was like, no. And then you see the building game 3. Everything's upside down right now. Things are changing. The world is changing. Like, old players are better than young players, and RagnaroK's the best macro Zerg, and like, I don't know.
I was thinking that was going to be a 2-0 for GuMiho. Yeah. I was convinced.
Yeah, and then I was convinced it was a 2-1. But guess what? It was neither of those. It was a 1-2, and suddenly the top of the group still, you know, open. We'll see what ends up happening with that, guys. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, our next match, whatever that may be.